And we're recording.
All right. Well, would you mind if we started off by just going over our respective goals?
Yeah, sounds good to me. You had a good weekend, I hope?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Great weekend. And yours?
It was good. How's married life?
It's good. It's very good.
Staying out of trouble?
Yep. She hasn't kicked me out yet, so.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited to work through our little impasse here.
Yep, absolutely. So, as far as goals for your client, where are you at?
Miss Millie, nice little old lady, and I think she's really happy with where she's at, and I think she'd like to stay where she's at. It's winter, and it'd be hard for her to move out, and I think we have a lot to gain by trying to figure out a solution where she stays there. And I know you just took ownership of this mobile home park, and she seems like a problem tenant, but I think she'll be. I think her record has been a really strong tenant. What interests are you coming at?
Well, my client wants to renovate the park. I know that Miss Millie has some repairs to be made on her unit, so obviously that would be included in these renovations. Past that, with the renovation is going to come a rent increase. And I think that might be one of our sticking points, something we're going to have to work out here, because what is Miss Millie paying right now?
She's at $825.
Okay.
I think, kind of as a preliminary issue, though, I think there's an eviction on the table that we got to talk through, I think.
Yep, and that's in relation to that back rent.
Yep.
Which was being withheld from Millie's point of view because of the repairs.
Yep, that's my understanding of the situation.
Okay.
Probably not the best way to go about requesting repairs, especially with a new owner there.
Right.
But she's had about a 15-year, she's lived in that trailer for about 15 years. And never complained, never not paid rent. I think situation could have been handled better on my client's side.
Sure.
But I think understanding that there's going to be renovations, I think if we can kind of big elephant in the room is the eviction notice, if we can kind of come to a general understanding that, or just move forward from the point of view that she'd like to stay where she's at.
Great.
And maybe we can work within those parameters. So
yeah, absolutely.
You don't seem like the guy that wants to kick an old lady out of her trailer, and
no,
I don't want to be the guy to tell my client she's got to move.
No, I think we can work within those parameters.
Okay.
So, let's see.
That's she'll be relieved to know that. I think it came as a surprise when she got the eviction notice.
Sure.
But,
Well, as far as the renovations go, in order for these renovations to proceed, Miss Millie is going to have to be out of her apartment for approximately 3 months for the renovations to occur.
And what kind of renovations are we talking about?
An overhaul. It's going to be fixtures, surfaces, carpet, flooring. It's going to be
the whole 9 yards.
Going to be just nice.
Okay. There's some definitely give and take here, and figuring out how it's going to work best for both of us. I think we can figure out something that'll work with that. I know. I guess you said whole 9 yards. I know there are some specific concerns my client has about her particular unit.
Okay.
She's got a leaky roof, a leaky shower, some cracked windows, hasn't been painted in a long time, and there's a kind of a security light that's out. So I would assume if you're doing a whole 9 yard renovation, that's kind of the stuff that you just tick off, like paint and make everything nice.
That will all be done.
Okay. Additionally, I think there's that security concern at the park.
Yep.
Miss Millie's I believe she's 79, and she's getting up there in years. She's still spry and very independent, but she was mugged in front of her trailer.
Right.
And she has some concerns kind of with the security guard.
Right. Yes, my client also has those concerns. He's aware that this security guard was performing subpar and plans to improve security as part of the renovation.
I understand. Person's got to work, got to take breaks while they're working. That's a long, hard shift. I think maybe with my client, if she kind of knew when he was going to be away on breaks,
Right.
she could kind of schedule her coming and going just to be a little more protected.
Sure.
She's, she doesn't. I don't know how many more muggings she'll take,
Mm-hmm.
and she's on a pretty fixed income, so
Right.
the loss of the marginal amount of cash is kind of big for her.
Right.
So.
Well, to soothe those concerns, we are going to be replacing the security guard
Okay.
with someone who's a lot more dependable.
It sounds like you're taking ownership of, or your client's going to take ownership of this park and kind of make it something new and something nice.
Something much nicer than it is, yep.
But I suppose that niceness comes with a cost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a big inconvenience for anyone living in there currently, but in order to get these renovations done and to get them done timely, people are going to have to be out of their apartments
Yeah.
for a brief period of time.
It does. It makes it easier to work when you're not working around people.
Absolutely.
And it'd be nice to have everything done and have it be a clean slate.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's hard to work around a homeowner's schedule when you're doing a complete remodel.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially 20 different homeowner schedules.
So, do you have any ideas on how we could move forward with these renovations with Millie having to be out of the house for 3 months?
I've got to talk to my client, but she did mention her daughter lives close.
Okay.
So it might be a possibility where she can go and overstay her welcome for a little bit and help out around the house. But I think I need to check with her and see.
Okay.
She did mention she has family close, and I think they have a close relationship, and they'd be supportive of helping Millie keep her independence, and especially if she can keep her independence in a increased quality of living for the last years of her life.
Okay. Great. So, moving forward on that point, is that something where we can kind of say the 3 months out of the apartment is agreeable on contingent on you talking to your client and that being okay with?
I think she'll be okay with it. I need to get her consent, but I think we could tentatively move
Okay.
forward with that understanding.
Okay, great. Now, with the renovation, I said before, there is going to be a rent increase, and my client is pretty hard on that issue. The new rent that he is looking at is going to be $1,000 per month, up from the $825.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know there are how many months left on this lease? 15 months on this 2-year lease.
15, yeah.
So,
How would your client feel about, and then just kind of just throwing out ideas and seeing if we can make it work for everybody, keeping the rent the same for the duration of her lease that she's already signed,
Okay.
and then having a new rent period increase after that period, kind of honor what's on paper, and then start that new chapter 15 months out, and arguably 13 months if we deduct, or pardon me, 12 months if we deduct that the time for the renovation.
do you want to? I'm sorry, you want to say that again?
Yeah. So we've got that 15-month term that she signed for,
Right.
at $825 a month.
Yep.
She'll conceivably be, if we're working with the parameters we have now, she'll be out of the apartment or the trailer for 3 months. So that makes it 12 months. What if we honored that $825 through that 15-month period,
Okay.
set for the 3 months she's out of it,
Okay, so that $825 for 12 months.
and we don't,
Right.
be hard to charge her rent when she's not in her apartment.
Absolutely. Can I think on that while we
Yeah.
while we move through some other sticking points?
There's a lot of balls in the air. I think, a lot of balls in the air.
Great.
I know one concern of my client that might be a difficult pill to swallow is she's a cat lady.
Right.
I believe your client has a no new pets policy.
Mm-hmm.
Millie's been there for about 15 years now, so wouldn't really qualify her as new.
Right.
Is there any room for her keeping her cats?
Well, I had an idea on that. What if we allowed Millie to keep her cats for an agreement that Millie paid that $600 out in back rent?
Keep her cats for the duration of their lifespan?
Yep.
Let me think on that for a second. I think
Okay.
maybe if we could, maybe there's a way we could spread that $600 out and make it a pet deposit of some sort, or
Yeah,
something.
absolutely. If
Yeah.
it was something paid over time, I think that would be agreeable.
but I need to think on it for a little bit.
Okay.
But I know she's, cat lady's going to be a cat lady.
Right.
I think she's probably good with 3 cats.
Yeah.
But see,
we also have this. Let's see. We also have the mugging that occurred that we mentioned briefly, with my client taking over the park recently. Trying to attract new tenants, and with his plans to increase the security quite drastically. It would really not be great for my client, to have to deal with any bad rumors going around about the security at the park. Would Miss Millie be open to including a provision in a new agreement with our new price and everything that we come out of here today with? Would she be open to a provision in there saying that she won't tell anyone about the mugging who doesn't already know?
I think that if kind of the things we have on the table work out, it sounds like we have a deal that's going to be beneficial for both sides. So I think I'd have to ask her, of course, because you never know what a cat lady's going to say. But I think she would probably be agreeable to that. I think she was a little scraped up and a little scared, but I think she definitely wants to stay where she's at. So she's not. She knows it's kind of a one-off thing, and especially if we're going to make security improvements and improve her quality of life, I think that is something that she would feel justified in exchanging or agreeing to.
Awesome.
From my point, I think we've kind of lightly hit on all the interests that my client had wanted me to discuss.
Okay.
Is there anything else on your side?
Well, it's also related to that mugging,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just be an additional agreement that she would release any and all claims relating to that mugging. It's, again, coming from sort of the PR perspective. And
my understanding of talking to her about the mugging was she was just mostly scared and she lost $80, and I think if there's security and kind of good protections in place, so we know this isn't going to happen again, and it's not going to. If she does get mugged again because there's some kind of lapse in security, there might be some room to say it's a reoccurring thing. But I think if this is the one time it happens, and going forward, your client's going to maintain this park as a high quality standard of safe living, then I think that won't be a problem from my client's point of view.
Great. I think that's touching on my client's main points as well.
Okay.
So we're circling back around to the $600 in back rent, the cats on premises, and the discrepancy between our rents. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, so I'm thinking if we could maintain that $825 for the duration of the lease that's already signed and on paper, the one she's entered into originally, if we can honor that, conceptualize the $600 as a cat security kind of wear and tear, not a security deposit that she'll get back, but just the cost of having 3 cats.
Sure.
So she knows it's a cat payment that she's not getting back.
Sure.
I think if we can, I think we're pretty close.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds like a deal where I think hopefully your client's going to be happy and my client's going to be happy. And
yeah, I'm still thinking on the $825 for that 12 months. I think that's a fair assessment.
We could, if your client's going to be a little hard on that, or it's going to be, we could tie this $600 into the rent payment, so it would be, 600 divided by 12. It's slightly
Sure.
more than $825, I guess.
So what would we be looking at? We wouldn't increase the rent for the 6 months before the renovation is complete.
I'm sorry.
And it's 3 months out of the
Okay.
apartment.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I just want to double check.
Yep, absolutely.
She might have a hard time getting the in-laws to agree to 6 months.
So we're looking at 7 months where we're on $825 or $1,000. And if we applied that $600 to that $825,
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. I think it would be 12 months at $825. Considering, so if she moved out for 3 months, we wouldn't charge rent for those 3 months.
Yeah.
And then there'd be 12 months left on that remaining lease.
Sure, and there's 3 months leading up to when the renovations would be occurring. So we're 3 months out of the renovations, she'd have to be out for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would have a remaining 7?
12. It's 15 months. On the
Oh,
lease,
that's
so
right, there's
yeah.
15 months.
I
on
want to
the
make
lease.
sure we're working on the same numbers.
Good call. So we're looking at 12 months on that 600.
Yeah.
I'm not good at math.
No, it was going to be easy when it was. Oh no, it's $50 extra.
It'd be 50 extra a month. Okay.
So it'd be $875 she'd be paying for the 12-month term to finish off her lease, and then I'd have to check with her, but I think $1,000 after that would be agreeable to her, and I think it can work with her finances.
So we're agreeing to add $50 to her rent for the 12 months?
Yes.
Okay.
For the back rent / cat deposit.
Yep.
Which I think is reasonable. I have to make sure my client likes that.
Right. Have to run it by the client.
I think her cats are important to her.
Absolutely. So we have the cats being kept.
Yep.
We have the rent plus $50 per month on her lease.
For that kind of 12-month honoring the old lease.
Yep. And then we have that $600 is what is going towards that increase in rent.
Yep. That makes sense to me.
Great.
We have improved security.
Improved security, yep.
She's not being evicted.
Nope, no eviction.
And we've got those repairs happening for her
Absolutely.
trailer. I have to talk to her because that's how these things go, but I would imagine she's going to be pretty happy about this.
Absolutely.
And I hope going forward, I know it seems like our clients got off to a rough start here, but I think Millie's going to be a great resident to have there, and
yes,
enjoy the last of her long life or something.
I think she's going to enjoy the improvements on the place, and like you said, running this by her clients, it's the same thing for me with the $50 a month increase. So
okay. Should we get back to our clients and then kind of regroup in a couple days?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
I think we're done here.
I really appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.